One of the things that I love is when I can make a layout just from a piece of cardstock, a photo, and some pens. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make this fun layout that's all about lettering and doodling and having a good time. And I do wanna point out that it's not like lettering is something you should immediately be able to do. If you can look, I have all these scratch papers where I practiced and tried out all my different pens, the color combinations, and I experimented before I actually started to make my layout. So now that I'm ready, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a black pen and I'm gonna do some very simple doodling. So this doodle, which is so easy, and I'm just gonna put my photo down so that I know about where it's gonna go, is I'm simply gonna draw a big line around the border. It's totally messy, and that's totally awesome. And then I'm going to add to it, so now it's a double line, because this is gonna become the stem of my kind of fun flower. Now a flower is actually very, very easy to build. I'm just gonna do this kind of, would you call this an eye shape? Something like that. Maybe it's not quite a teardrop, a leaf shape. And I'm just gonna keep adding these same shapes inside until my flower just seems to sprout right out. And then for the border, I'm just gonna do some dashed lines. And you know, I don't worry too much about whether the line connects or if it goes too far through or anything like that. I'm just having a good time doodling because I think anything that shows the hand of the artist is automatically more interesting. So I have one here, which I've partway colored, as you can see. And one of my favorite new ways to color is with a pen that has a big brush tip, because it's kind of like painting, except you have the control of a pen. So with the brush tip, all I do is I use the side of the brush and I just kind of play in there and I'm just scribbling along, and it covers a lot of ground quite quickly. And you can be super careful, which is what I'm being right now, or you can just scribble it in and get the idea. The other thing that you can do with a brush pen is you can actually do some lettering. So again, I'm going to use the side of the pen. I'm going to put my photo in so that again, I know approximately where I want my title. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to write the word growing in my natural script handwriting, not worrying at all about whether it's neat or perfect or anything like that, just using the side of the pen. And because I'm using the side of the pen, I want to point out one of the interesting things that's happening, which is right here it's getting narrow and then fat. And it does it again, narrow and then fat. And it looks really neat. The next step in doing your title is I'm going to go back to this permanent black pen and I'm going to go ahead and give the letter a rough outline. And this is just going to give it some impact, something stronger. And notice how I make sure to do the insides of the letter along with the outsides. And I'm not being exact. Can you see how unexact this is? I'm just relaxing and letting it be. So I'm just going to let that be part of it because I want to show you the third part of doing this. The third part is I'm going to take another brush pen, and this time I'm going to take a black one. Hold on a second, I need to tip it out. There you go. And then again, I'm going to use the side to do a shadow. And I'm just going to go boom. And I want to do on the right side and under. So anywhere that is right or under is getting a shadow. Right and under. That's right, that's right, that's under. And you can see how quickly that shadow grows, which I think is a great way to make the title just pop off the page. And I have one here where I've finished the shadow. And you'll notice the other thing that I have here is I've drawn lines with a pencil. And that is so that I can do my journaling. And I want to show you how easy it is to do a journaling with your own handwriting. So I'm just going to write the first word in regular cursive. I'm just. Then I'm going to write the words a girl. And I am going to switch to a pen that has a sort of calligraphy-esque tip. And what I'm going to do is holding it totally up and down. I'm going to do my big fat stroke, then a thin stroke, turning it to the side, cross it, and then again, a big fat stroke, turn it to the side, and then I keep going through until I get this really cool sort of faux calligraphy, which is just super easy and fun to do. So I hope this gave you some easy ideas on how you can add your own handwriting and just make a quick layout with just some pens, some cardstock, and a photo. And we'll be right back.